Hey, Hangouts is live.
Oh. Oh.
Hi, Hank.
That was a live test.
This is just a test.
What I was just doing. It was just a test.
Yes. Okay.
What's up, Adam?
What is up, Chad? How are you? We didn't do an intro, but whatever. Everybody knows. If you don't know who this is right now, then I don't know why you're watching. So, what's up, man?
Adam's right there in front of me.
Chad's
and
right there.
I'm in front of him, but we're in, internet world.
But we're closer now.
We are. I'm in a new place in
Shazam.
the Milwaukee area.
Milwaukee. So he's much closer than he was before. And by the way, this is the BeerdedHops Podcast. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. I don't have my BeerdedHops hat on today. You know why, Chad?
Because the Cubs lost?
No. Why would No. Because it's absolutely disgusting after helping you move for 2 days. So
I know. I figured that that was probably the reason.
Yeah, I need to.
I'm so disappointed in that Cubs loss today.
I did not watch. I did not watch today. So I know. Let's just not talk about it. So today we have kind of kind of a cool beer. And actually this is going to be kind of a 4-part series. This will be number 1 of 4. But go ahead, Chad. You want to tell the story how we came across this?
Well, you can tell the story, but I'm just so jazzed about this one because this is brandy and brandy cognac that's my favorite booze.
Real quickly.
So
this is I'm over 21. I've already told you this, guys. Gosh.
You don't look over 21.
I know.
They're probably looking at you through your camera right now saying dude.
I'm young. I look very, very old for my age. It's one of those
they're probably thinking, I don't know, 17, 18.
So this brewery is out of Minnesota, right?
Minneapolis, Minnesota. And anybody in Minneapolis or Minnesota listening to my accent that I just did is laughing their ass off right now because that was terrible. I can Minnesota, I can kind of say it, but that's not quite right.
Huh. So when they were founded in 2009, they were home brewing out of a South Minnesota garage and contract brewing at a small Wisconsin brewery.
Yeah, I know. And I was trying to find out which
one
small Wisconsin brewery it was, but I have not been able to come across
that information. Have you ever had one of their beers?
I
don't think that I have. So anyway, this is Fulton
Brewing.
Yep. And here I have the full pack. This is what we're going to be kind of the 4-part series. So I'll tell the story. So we of course I went up to help Chad move. It was absolutely horrendous, horrible, worst mistake of my life.
One of the worst weekends we've ever had together.
No, it was surprisingly a good weekend, but I've been paying for it all week from my body being sore from moving.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm getting at.
we had fun, but
we did have a lot of fun.
Next one we should have fun in a better way because that was just not a fun way to have fun. Anyway, for the first time I got to go to Ridgeview and meet Chris, right?
Chris, yes.
Thank God I said it right. To meet Chris at Ridgeview. And when we were there, I picked up a few beers, and this is what was on the shelf. Chris right away knew, like, oh, you guys want this? So this is Fulton barrel-aged mixed pack. And so what this is really cool. This is 4 Fulton beers. If I can open it. And it's a mixed pack of barrel-aged deliciousness. So...
Yes. I think we're going to start with the best one, honestly.
You think so? I mean, I think you're probably right. There's one in there that could battle it. Although all these sound freaking. So anyway, all these sound really good. So the 4 that are in here, there's the Libertine, which is an Imperial Red Ale aged in bourbon barrels, right there.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one, I think. A red ale That will be interesting. The next one is a porter aged in bourbon. That'll be interesting as well. Because these are beers I've never, those two specifically, porter, yes, red ale, never seen somebody age.
No, I've never seen any sort of red ale aged before.
This other one is a Russian Imperial Stout aged in port Madeira barrels.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's a wine barrel aged, I'm sure. I think.
Well, yeah, port. Yeah, so that's that one there, and then the one we were doing today, which I think Chad is going to be right. This is a Russian Imperial Stout aged in cognac barrels. Oh yeah.
Yes. See that?
Yes, that's
cognac. I love it.
So that's what we're gonna rock.
Yeah. So
tonight.
So Chris always puts his incoming beers on Untapped, and I saw these Fulton beers get checked in from him the day before you came up to my place, and I had told him before that we were going to just concentrate on barrel aged beers going forward for the podcast. So yeah, that was when we were both there. He's like, I said, hey, do you have the? And he goes, the Fulton beers. Like he knew what I was. he knew what I was going for.
Yeah, so that's
so sad that I'm not going to be able to go to Ridgeview on a regular basis, 4 or 5 times a week like he was doing.
You had it good there, man. I mean, Chris is a great guy. Helped out a lot, finding beers and stuff. So yeah, absolutely. It'll be missed.
Yeah, I might have to make a Green Bay run every once in a while.
So right now, this is what we're going to be drinking. So let's go ahead, crack this, and get it poured because I want to taste it.
Because, well, why not?
Now, actually, wait. Should I pour it? And then no, I'm doing it now. So mine has been sitting in the back of my car for a few days.
Oh my God, it smells delicious.
And I put it in the fridge not too long ago. I'm going to actually do a temperature test here.
Yeah, let me know where yours is at. Because mine was in the refrigerator for the last 3 or 4 or 5 days.
Wow, this is going to be way too warm. Oh, well, I'm going to drink it anyway. I'm at 70 degrees.
I mean, 65 would be about as warm as you would normally want to drink it. So 70 is not terribly out of line.
I don't care. Cover me going in.
All right. Well, mine's probably...
Oh, that smells really good. You're right.
I'm guessing mine is 60 to 65 degrees. I took it out of the refrigerator an hour ago.
These smells very delicious. I'm already ready to give it a high rating just off the smell.
Just the smell?
The smell ratings are going to be high.
Oh,
yeah. So it has, like we've seen with a lot of these, actually a lot of the good barrel aged ones, if I'm being honest, they have like what I refer to as a cola head on them.
Hey, hold on a sec. I got to make sure that the window, it just started raining. I got to make sure the window's shut.
All right. He best make sure the windows are shut because it's raining. But like I said, a lot of the heads of these have like a cola-ish. Sometimes they have the head on it that's like a biscuit almost, but this is a lot like cola. So smells really good. So with an Imperial Stout, I didn't really read anything on this one. I mean, I looked at their site. Let's go back to their site real quick.
Yeah, so they blend this one in cognac and brandy barrels for 6 months, which lends it a smooth oak character and enhances the chocolate malt character while adding a touch of vanilla. So, I mean, that description alone just is, I know this is going to be amazing. Oh my God, this I've never smelled anything like this before.
All right. Going in.
It just has a sweet smell.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting.
Well, it's a little...
Wow, that's interesting. That's not what I was expecting.
No, it's really, really good. It's but it's not like... It's like the flavors are all there, but nothing is super strong and overwhelming.
See, now I'm worried about if mine is from temperature. Because because it's not. It doesn't sound as good as you're making it. It doesn't taste as good as you're making it sound to me. I'm wondering if the temperature has something to do with it. There's bitterness on mine with a lot of the coffee is coming out. Chocolate as well. No vanilla though.
It has one of the more interesting aftertastes of any barrel-aged beer that I've had, and maybe that's the cognac brandy.
That's true too. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had cognac, but I don't think I've ever had a beer in cognac. He says that.
I think that's what,
because he's not sure.
I think that's what it is for me. The only beer that I've had that was aged in brandy barrels was that Potosi barley wine, which was amazing. Cognac and brandy are very, very closely related.
Speaking English.
But this is also a stout, Russian Imperial stout, not a barley wine, so it's not going to taste anything like the other one did, even though they're aged in similar types of booze barrels.
Give him a swirl here.
I can't even describe. I don't even know how to describe the smell. It's just a sweet smell.
And it's not that I don't like it. It's not what I was quite what I was expecting. It's a good flavor. But I'm starting at a 3.5.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna say 3.75.
Now, have you looked up any? I didn't look up actually any of the other ratings for these guys.
No, I haven't.
Where did you find the description of it, by the way?
Oh, it's just on their website.
Okay, yours is a little bit different than what I found, but it doesn't matter. It's fine.
It's well, okay. So there's two different worthy adversaries. There's the barrel aged series, and then there's a regular worthy adversary.
I think mine is not the barrel aged one. I think it's why.
Yeah. So if you keep scrolling down, because worthy adversary Russian Imperial Stout is 2 rows higher. Yeah.
10% ABV. Nice.
And 81 IBUs.
Yeah, 10% ABV, 81 IBUs. Yes, Jake, we know it doesn't matter. It's available once a year in cans and draft.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. So fultonbeer.com is where you can find out all the information on these guys. I don't know as far as how wide their distribution is. Actually, hey, there's a link that says distribution locations. I wonder if that will tell me. Looks like it's North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and Florida. So I won't be finding this in Illinois.
What?
I won't be finding this in Illinois. I gotta go to.
Oh, you didn't mention Illinois, did you?
No, not Illinois. So
there's not a whole lot of information on the website on this beer.
No,
I mean, it would be
a short little paragraph.
Yeah, and I really wish that in these barrel aged beers, I really would like some more information. Like, give me the malt bill and the hop regiment, and kind of just give us. I just want more information, right, because I mean, the description. We know it's aged. We know how it's aged. We know how long it's aged, and it's supposed to bring out chocolate and vanilla flavors in a robust fashion. It's not as robust as I thought it would be.
No, I think that's what caught me off guard. I was expecting more flavor. Is that the right?
Yeah, No, I think that's right. I was expecting some sort of full-on assault of flavor. It's good. It's good, but it's not. It's just not as. I'm just a little bit let down.
And Untapped doesn't have really a whole lot either. So Untapped, the average rate is 4.05 with 288 total check-ins on that. So, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely interested to try some of these other ones. The wine barrel aged ones have a tendency to be sweeter. And so there's the porter one and stuff like that. It's just going to be interesting to go through the 4 of these. And there's actually another 4-pack we do have that we're trying to figure out how to review.
Yeah. The Prairie Artisan Ales.
I was trying to think of who it was. Prairie Artisan Ales Bomb Beer. I don't know if you guys know about this, but they have the Bomb Beer that is pretty popular. Well, then they released, and I don't know if they've released this before. We won't talk about the history of it. We'll figure that out when we actually do the review of it. But it does. They released a 4-pack that has basically the 4 base flavors, I guess, that they mix together to make chili peppers, vanilla. What are the other 2? Those are just stick out to my brain.
Coffee,
chocolate, right?
And chocolate, I think. Yeah.
So it's the Bomb Beer mixed with those. And then they call it deconstructed. Right, it's deconstructed. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to review that. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. It was just interesting that we came across this 4-pack after picking up the other 4-pack. I was like, wait, is this a new trend we're seeing here? Like, what's happening? So, yes.
Yeah, but this isn't. I mean, this is different though, because this isn't 4 beers that are the base ingredient for another beer. This is just this is just kind of a cool way to sell a 4-pack of 4 very different barrel-aged beers.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah, that would be interesting because it's all the same base with 4 different flavors. But yeah, so this one we are so rusty at doing this podcast, Chad, that we're just not following directions at all.
I know we didn't do the rules of engagement. We didn't do.
We didn't introduction.
We didn't do a proper. We can do the introduction and then just put it in the front. They do a lot of beers.
They have a lot of beers. Yeah, they do. Wow. They do have quite a few. So rules of engagement are. Can we do the rules of engagement first? My God.
Oh, sure. I mean, why not?
We're gonna open the beer. We're gonna pour the beer. We're gonna sniff the beer. We're gonna taste the beer.
We're gonna what?
Taste it. Sniff
and sniff it.
Sniff the beer, and then we're gonna taste it, and then we're gonna give it a initial rating on that jam. And then we're gonna drink about half of the glass, and then we're gonna give it a halfway rating for a jam. And then we're gonna keep talking a little bit more, and then we're gonna finish the beer, and we're gonna give it a final rating on Untapped. And that's your rules of engagement. All right, so
okay.
Should do the whole podcast like that. I probably could do that.
I was trying. I mean, I know what you're saying because we've said it so many times, but the whole time you're doing that, I'm thinking, no one's going to understand what the hell you just said.
Now for our special correspondent.
I've had one Fulton beer. I've had their Sweet Child of Vine.
Sweet Child of Vine? I get. I see what they tried to do there. I see that.
It's an IPA.
They have, man, you're right.
That's a fairly good IPA, apparently. What?
They do have a lot of beers. Scrolling through this, it's like the scrolling that never ends. Here, we can share my screen here.
Yeah, there you go. Show all those beautiful beers.
Show the beautiful beers. So yeah.
So I gave the Sweet Child of Vine a 4. It's an English IPA. It's very good.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah.
Yep.
What's an English IPA? Is it just the malts they use in it making it English? They're just going to do CT's English or hops. Oh, all right, cool. Yeah. So yeah,
there's way more.
Let's go on here. We got the garage.
There's a lot more info on that on Sweet Child of Vine.
That's right. We're not drinking that one today. Here are the barrel aged the 4. I would be interested in trying Whiskey War and Peace coffee stout aged in Jameson. Huh.
And they've got 2 barley wines. There's barrel aged Patience, barrel aged barley wine, and then there's the regular Patience, which is just a regular barley wine.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Barrel aged, we get a mixed culture fermentation. Really? Which
is interesting.
That's interesting too. In and outs, what have yous. So the kettle sour.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, they got some nice beers. Nice beers. I'd like to try some more of those, but I can't get it here in Illinois, so I'm going to have to rely on you, Chad.
Well, I will see what I can find as soon as I find a new beer store.
Right? Find a new place to get your beer.
Boy, can you hear the thunder?
No, I don't hear thunder.
Man, there's a heavy line of storms coming through right now.
Yeah, we have some coming through. Not as bad as you though. So, all right. So beers. We talked to Fulton. No, we didn't really talk about Fulton a whole lot. We do know they're from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
2009 is when they got their start. They finally built their own.
Yeah, they went from like nothing to major craft. Not like Bell's or Founders big, but I mean they're pretty big. Much faster than they anticipated that they would. Oh, here we go. Sand Creek Brewing is who they contracted with.
Was Sand Creek? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Sand Creek. They make a porter called Oscar. Right. It's really good. And I think I've had a few others of theirs too. But yeah, Sand Creek is who they partnered with. And they are in, I want to say, around Eau Claire, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Yeah. It looks like they, as of 2015, they were going to be passing 25,000 barrels. Fulton.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're
not huge in comparison to like the Founders and stuff, but
yeah, but that's
beer. That's 20. That's pretty good.
25. That's a lot. 25,000.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Interesting.
And all but their head brewer. Well, I take that back. VP of sales and the head brewer do not have beards, but the other guys do. At least in the pictures on the website. Fire. Looks like a very nice place. I mean, it's a cool looking building. They've got a massive brewery facility.
Tap rooms that you're talking about? Or?
No, just in the brewing facility. They've got, I mean, their tanks are heat. I mean, they've got 2 rows of what, 6, 7 tanks?
Huge tanks.
Edge.
Becky, look at the size of the tanks. They do have a tap room.
Massive fermenter tanks.
Looks like they have some food trucks and stuff. Looks good. Don't go to their website. It's just gonna make you hungry. So don't do that. Unless you're hungry. Unless you want to be hungry. So yeah, so that's Fulton. That's who we're drinking, and I'm pretty much out of any information at this point. Chad, on to you.
As most of these breweries start, the story is almost always the same. Although we don't know where the home brewing kit came from. I haven't read that yet. Most of the time, it's a wife or girlfriend, or significant other buys a home brewing kit, and that's where these breweries start. So that's potential. I mean, I don't know, maybe it started that way, maybe it didn't. But started with 10 gallons at a time in a 1-car garage, south side of Minneapolis, 2006.
10 gallons. That's a pretty big.
No intention. Yeah, 10 gallons at a time. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. No intentions of starting a business at that time.
And here we are.
Oh, my screen's 2 or 3. My screens just went blank. I thought it was power going out or something.
Whoa. So, this is pretty. It's getting better as I drink it.
I think I'm liking it better too, but I think it's just getting used to that flavor and that aftertaste specifically. Yeah, because it's very unique.
I can't nail the aftertaste like to what I would call it.
It's got some bitterness. It's a little bit kind of a bitter fruit to me. I don't think that there's meant to be a coffee flavor, but I do taste some coffee flavor.
Didn't they mention coffee or no?
Just chocolate and vanilla.
Oh, well then I'm not getting either of those. Well, I can't say that. I do get some chocolate, but not a whole lot. I definitely don't get vanilla.
I'm tasting chocolate for sure. I'm trying to pick out a vanilla, but I'm not sure where it would be. You know, front, middle, back. They're in a 51,000 square foot building now.
That's huge. That's fucking huge.
80 barrel brew house. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Are you halfway? I'm getting close.
I am halfway. And I'm going to come up to 4 because I think it just took some getting used to that aftertaste. The flavor up front and as it washes over your palate didn't really change much, and I don't think there's nothing really changed for it or for the halfway through here. I'm just getting used to that just a unique aftertaste.
Yeah. And some people might think that, aftertaste, that's not going to be good, but it's not bad. It's not a bad aftertaste. It's kind of like what Jake would call, and I would call the legs of it. Like how long does it stick around, in your mouth to taste it? And that's like the back end of it. That is just, it's different. It's good. What did I start at? 3.5, right?
3.5, yeah.
Jeez, I have no memory whatsoever.
Let me ask you, what'd you have for dinner tonight?
I had Brenner.
Had what? Brenner. Oh, you had Brenner?
Yeah.
Well, what did you have for Brenner?
What's going on here? The sausage, egg biscuit.
I'm just wondering if there's something that you ate that would be.
It would really been better if you prefaced it with that before just like taking a hard right turn into what'd you have for dinner? I'm joking. I knew what you're getting at. Yeah, I know. I actually think about every time we do the show, I think about that, like what I'm having for dinner, if this is going to change the beer.
Yeah,
but I don't take a drink of the beer before I have dinner, so I don't know. Maybe we should do that sometime.
Yeah. I had a
beer show. It's never materialized.
Oh, I know. We got to do that. But that's a good summertime thing to do, right? Because
shitty beer?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good time to do the shitty beer one ever, and that's why we've avoided it now for so many months.
Well, that may be.
I digress. So yeah, I'm going to go up to 3.7.
Nice pop.
Thank you. Hop on pop. Yeah, 3.75. I'm going to go to you on that one. Which then leads us to Chad's favorite part of the show. Jake doesn't really like this part of the show. Oh well, he doesn't mind it when I talk. When Chad talks, Jake falls asleep. Jake, wake up. But what did you drink?
What did I drink?
Week, and I am pulling on my Untapped, and it's really a short list for me. Actually, no, no, because we did go brewery hopping up in the Bay of Green.
Yeah, but neither of us have. I haven't had a big beer drinking week.
No. So I'm just gonna start mine off. Well,
yeah.
We've had a pod. Have we had a podcast since the Three Sheeps thing? No.
Nope. It was right before the Three Sheeps.
Well, shit, Chad.
Shit, Adam.
Well, I think the second half, then we'll start there. Let's talk about the Three Sheeps event. We went to the Three Sheeps 6th anniversary event.
Yes.
In Sheboygan. And it was hella fun. And
man, cool. I have had a lot.
Yeah, you always have.
It was a great time.
Yeah,
that was a really, really fun day.
The place was packed, So congratulations, Three Sheeps, on that. I mean, the place was just packed with people. Some of the cool things at this event was the bourbon barrel aged Uber Joe, and I got that on tap. And then the other one was paid time off barrel aged too. Yep. So bourbon barrel aged paid time off. Both were being released on that day. I mean, I had several different beers. So I'll run through the beers I had there. I had there first. There. I had the bourbon Uber barrel aged Uber Joe, which is forking delicious. I'm not a coffee stout person, really. I don't like cold coffee.
Right.
But this was uber good. Very, very good. The other one I had there was the raspberry apricot imperial golden ale. Meh. It was all right. Meh. I mean, meh. The other one I had was the bourbon barrel aged paid time off. Delish. Very, very good. I got a bottle of that as well. Also got one of my newer favorites is the roll out the barrel in Chardonnay. That was really good.
Roll out the barrel.
Oh, and then the last one.
Bring out a barrel of fun.
Yeah. The last one was the Wolf.
Oh, that one was amazing.
That one, and that's how we ended the day, right? That was the last one. Yeah, because they just rolled it out that night.
3:00. That was the last one.
It was an American Imperial Double Stout, and that was very, very good. That was so good.
Delish.
We didn't get any of that to bring home. Another new one that I had was on the day that I left town to go up to Cadillacs, the 8-Bit Pale Ale by Tallgrass Brewing. It was pretty good. Pale ale. What are you gonna do? Then had we did some brewery hopping. We went to Titletown and Badger State. Yeah, that's what we went to. So,
yep.
Titletown was a little unimpressive with a few of theirs totally missing the mark.
Yep.
I mean, they
was
had
disappointing.
This one called Kitties. Wasn't good. The one that was disgusting, that neither of us even finished, was the Brewer's Opus 1 Black Saison. It's kind of like just when you have a nice campfire going outside, just put your head over that, inhale that smoke, and just move it around your mouth. That's what this beer was. And
it was nasty.
Neither of us even finished. We had little tasters, and we did not even finish that.
I think maybe 2 sips is all I could muster. It was
not good. The other not so good one was a Dark Helmet.
And the weird thing about some of these beers that you and I end up really not liking is the rating. I mean, the rating on that beer was like, the average rating was like a 3.8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of people that love drinking smoke, apparently. Because that's what it tasted like.
Yeah, maybe that is it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Dark Helmet Schwartz beer was one that I was not impressed with either. But Badger State redeemed it all. Badger State had some good shit.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, the Galaxy Grassy Noise. The Galaxy Grassy Place Hazy IPA was very, very good. The Imperial Chocolate Milk Stout, even though I don't like milk stouts typically, this one was really good. Walk the Vine Cabernet Barrel Aged was tasty. Not my favorite though. They had a Chardonnay one, which was also tasty, but not all that tasty. Then they had a Whiskey Business Imperial Chocolate Milk Stout. That was very good.
You and this voice.
You're welcome. And then I had Hinterland IPA when we went to Rustique. Oh my God, Rustique was so good.
Rustique, that place is awesome.
The place is awesome. I had some truffle fries today. The Rustiques were better. Hinterland IPA, that was decent. Then of course, I popped Chad's cherry with Death Star. I won't say anything about it. I'll let Chad talk about it.
Oh yeah.
We had the Grand. Oh, this one, the surprise of the whole week, Grand Cru by Boulevard Brewing.
Oh yeah,
I got to get another one of those. I was looking at that. I was trying to find another one at Antioch Brewing. They have a whole section of Boulevard. They didn't have this. They didn't have this one because I really do want to try it again because I was completely exhausted. Right? Wasn't this, or was this the night before? I don't give a shit. Whatever. But this was a very good beer. It was a surprise. Chad just had it in his fridge and tossed it to me, and whew, that was very, very good beer. And then of course I did have Pseudo Sue. Yeah. What's funny is I didn't realize this until I just actually looked at this. I had Pseudo Sue out of the can. Yesterday. Yesterday, and then today I was able to get it out of by draft, and the draft was so good. I rated it actually a quarter of a point higher just off a draft, so very good.
Yeah, and I'm excited to because I'll be down at your place here in another week and a half, another week, and
yeah, we'll have to go.
It'd be awesome.
I hope they still have it on. I'm sure they should still have it on. But that was my beers. I am Tall Dog Beer on Untapped. Chad, take it away. Jake, you can just go to sleep right now.
Okay, so after our last show, I did well, I guess we call it a ladder, maybe, but not based on years. But I did the 60, 90, 120 Dogfish Head IPAs. Mm-hmm. It's not a complete ladder because the 75 is tap room only, so I'd have to go to Delaware to get that. But
not possible.
Did those. I did drink a free Corona and a
ridiculous.
And then the Three Sheep stuff, which I'm not going to repeat because I had pretty much the exact same thing Adam did and felt basically the same way.
But again, it was great and a shit ton of fun.
It was a great day. And that was something that we had looked forward to that since February. Yeah. So I think it was in February when we were there and they told us about it.
Yeah. And then shortly after we saw it on Facebook and we put it on our calendars, we're like, yep, we're there.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that was great fun. After that, I had a Revolution straight jacket, which is a barley wine. And
what do you think about that? Now, to give the story a little bit of context, Jake and I went to Revolution for lunch way back, and we had this and Death Tar and fell in love. So we got these beers for Chad because we knew he'd love them too. And he finally, I mean, this was like a month or more, wasn't it?
Probably more than a month. Yeah.
It's probably a few months
later. You guys
later.
had him at your place.
Yeah. That he was finally able to try them. So Chad, go ahead. Straight jacket.
Yeah. So straight jacket was fucking amazing. I mean, it was.
There's the F-bomb. Woo!
Amaze balls is how I would describe it. This one and Death's Tar, both would rate on my secret above 5 scale.
Now, and you're a barley wine lover.
Yes.
So out of the barley wines, where do you put it compared to the other big ones you like? What are your top 3? Let's do it that way. And does this make the top
3? Top 3 barley wines. This would be probably number 2 on the barley wine list. Number 1 is the Potosi brandy barrel aged,
which I have, right? Yeah, you gave me a bottle. I haven't had it. I haven't drank it yet.
Yep, you have it. I don't mean for barley. I mean, I love barley wines. You guys might not like it as much as I do, but that's probably the number 1 barley wine for me. Then Revolution Straight Jacket, and then 2017 Bourbon County barley wine.
Cool. QQ.
All right, and then so that was an easy 5. That's probably up in the secret scale. That's
it's not a
5.
Tell everybody.
That's a 5.5.
There's no such thing.
I've had that one before. I had Golden Boy by Mars. That was okay. I had the Drain Pour.
And what?
Drain Pour.
Oh yeah. What would you?
Islay, Goose Island is.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that shit show of a beer.
Yeah, and I Marco'd you guys as I took my sip.
Well, again, context to this story, we did a beer swap. We went to Three Sheeps. Jake had a box of beer for Chad. Chad had beer for both of us. I had some beer for Chad. And was it the weekend before that Jake and I had the Islay?
I think so.
I think so.
It was either weekend before or 2 weeks before.
So Jake and I had this, and Jake had already, like, the box was ready for you, and so that was already like in there anyway before we drank it. And well, I'll let you describe. we were looking forward to seeing him drink it because, well, I'll just say it's purely one of the absolute most disgusting beers.
Yeah,
I have had. I would drink a Coors Light or a Bud Light
any day.
I pray that never happens.
Any day
over drinking that. It was absolutely disgusting. Chad, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just echo the sentiment. It's horrible. The peatiness in this beer. It's supposed to be a Scotch ale, right? Or aged.
I think it is. I'll look it up real quick. But go ahead and describe how disgusting.
Okay. So it's like it's just like I would imagine taking some mossy peat off a rock and shoving it in your mouth and wanting to eat the dirt more than the peat.
Oh shit.
It was disgusting. And this is on another secret scale below 0. I only gave it a 0.25 because I had actually, you know what? You can check in beers and not give it a rating. Maybe that's what we should do.
Holy mother. I'm sorry. I'm going through looking at the ratings on Untapped for Islay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these people.
I know another one that has a decent, like a 3.6 rating or something like that.
3.34 average, but
okay.
This guy gave it a 3, but he commented that it was strange. This guy is really intense. I love peaty Scotch, but this is hard to get down. He gave it a 3.25. This guy gave it a 5. Very strange, like chewing a smoked tobacco leaf. Why is that a 5? Who wants to chew tobacco? Well, I guess there are people that chew tobacco.
But I don't know, millions of people.
Right. Somebody said liquid bacon. Nick L on Untapped. No. If that's the bacon that you're eating, then you don't know the true joy of eating bacon. Because if I ever taste bacon that tasted like Islay, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, I probably would never be able to eat bacon again.
Right, exactly. This is a little bit of a side note, but we talked about this. This is the thing that kind of amazes me about beer in general, is that this beer right here that we're just blasting, saying it tastes horrible. You can go through and you can read these reviews of people that are giving it, 4.5s and 5s and even 3.5. Like, I don't understand that. And they're saying that it's great, and it's like this one guy finally said it tastes like a campfire. He's like 5 out of 5 if that's what you're going for. And then he edited later and said, "This is the worst beer I've ever had in my life." Yes, exactly. But it's amazing to me that there's a beer for everybody, I guess. I mean, there's these beers that we're just like, this is absolutely disgusting. And then there's people like, oh my God, this is delicious.
Then there's somebody that gave it a 5. So, yeah. And there has to be high ratings like that in order for it to get to a 3.34 average rating. So, well,
yeah. And there's also, I mean, we talked about this too. Somebody at the brewery drank this and said, yep, okay, release it. And it's Goose Island, so it's not on the smallest production scale ever. Right. So they said this was good to go, and this is how they intended it to taste. Oh my God.
No. So I took a sip. I did swallow it. but I felt like I was going to puke it back up. And then I poured it in the sink, and then it looked like this dirt sediment just sitting in the bottom of my sink. Like it didn't want to go down the drain. So I don't know what all was in that bottle. There's no way I was going to find out. My description on Untapped is, if I could rate below 0, I would. Goose Island, you now have one of my favorites, BC Barley Wine 2017, and least favorites. This was awful. That was my description on Untapped.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll have to go look into it.
All right, so I'll keep going here. I had Old Nation Brewing's M43, which is New England IPA. That was a really, really good one, 375. I did Mobcraft. That's a podcast one. Son of Juice by Maplewood. This was another 375.
Maplewood,
Chicago. That's really, really good. I did The Use by Mars, 3.5.
The use is loose.
I did the double. These are all from Jake. Double dry hop Galaxy Hero by Revolution. I put this, as I said on the description here, top of the good but won't buy scale. So I gave it a 2.75. I would drink it for sure if somebody had them. I wouldn't buy it.
Which one was that?
That was the double dry hopped Galaxy Hero.
Gotcha.
In the Hero series. Can Music by Mars, another really good one. Good. Yep. That was what was that?
Oh, there's more. I didn't say that I had some. Anyway, go ahead. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm skipping over a few here. I'll skip all the Titletown ones because we had the exact same beers. Whiskey Business Imperial Chocolate Stout, Milk Stout at Badger State. That's a 4. I really like that one. Stillman's Tailgate is okay. Okay, Death Star.
one second. This is so my check-in for the Islay. All I put on it was horrible. That's all I said. Okay.
Horrible. Never again.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So Death Star. 5.5. If the scale went that high. This is my favorite beer overall. I honestly like this better than CBS.
Wait, repeat that. Is it better overall?
Better overall. This is my new number 1 favorite beer.
Told you. That's why I was looking forward to you having it, because I knew
I'm glad I waited till you got up there to drink it when you were with me. Yeah, I mean this and Straight Jacket, I think I probably like both of those better than CBS. And I think that's saying
both
a
of
lot.
which?
Straight Jacket and Death Star.
I'd have to have a Straight Jacket again because it's been a while since I had it. I think I might have one more can of it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. But
I'll bring you one if you don't. I don't know.
That's saying a lot. That's interesting to me. That's really cool.
Yeah. Both of those were really, really good. Easily better. I liked them both better than Bourbon County.
Yeah. Well, and interesting enough, I mean, the whole reason we found that, or I found those to begin with,
right,
is because I came across an article in the Chicago Tribune, which I think we talked about before, but I came across this article that the Chicago Tribune in Chicago took the Bourbon County against the Revolution, since they're both Chicago beers, Chicago breweries, and in their review, I think all of the Revolution ones came out on top against all of the Goose ones. So that's kind of what, when I read that, I was like, well, shit, I gotta find these because better than we gotta try them. Took us a while to find 2 of them. I think there were more than that they did too. So
yeah. So if I were to, I mean, the Bourbon Counties, I think I gave 4.75 and a 5 on the barley wine and the brand stout, and then CBS, I think, I mean, above 5 scale on that would be a 5.25. Both the Straight Jacket and the Death Star would be a 5.5. I really, really like both of those.
Yeah, I have a whole pack out there I haven't cracked because I'm afraid to open it because I don't want it to be gone, but I want to do
Yeah.
so good.
Okay, and there's a couple more. I'll skip over a bunch of them here, but I did finally drink Goose Island's Brasserie Blanc, 2017. This was a really grapey beer. It reminded me of an Edelweiss wine, which there's a winery in Central Illinois by my parents' house called Mackinac Valley Winery, and they make an Edelweiss, and I really like that. That's what it reminded me of. It was kind of almost just a sparkling wine. I mean, it's more beery than wine, but that's what it reminded me of.
Right.
And then I did 2017, 2018 KBS in one night.
By accident.
Yeah. I meant to just open a 2018 KBS just for a evening drink, and I accidentally opened a 2017, the only bottle that I had. Thank you, Jake. But because I did that, I was going to drink 2017, 2018 back to back anyway, so I decided to go ahead and do it.
Might as well.
2017, 4.75, 2018, 4.5. 2017 is better.
Yeah, I think everybody I've talked to actually agrees with the 2017 is better. I can't really say until I try them next to each other, which I do have the 17 also. Thank you, Jake. And was that all your beers?
That's it. Yep.
Okay. I was going to go.
Well, it's not all of them, but that's all I'm going to talk about.
Okay. I was going to take one step back to the Death Star, and maybe we should do a review of that. But just so people know what a Death Star is: a barrel-aged imperial oatmeal stout by Revolution Brewery in Chicago. It's only released in November, so you're not going to find it now.
Yep, 17's gone.
It's released at the same time as Straight Jacket, I believe. I think they released together.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are because they're the same can, just different colors.
Yeah.
Death Star's red.
Maybe that's something we should actually review. Actually, no. Straight Jacket's released in January. So,
well, never mind.
Yep. But that is a barrel-aged barley wine, 12 months in bourbon barrels. So,
so good.
Yeah, I need to have another.
So good.
Trying to, because my memory is for shit. It's part of their Revolution's Deep Woods series, and those are the only two that I've had. Holy crap! There's 3, 4, 5, 8. I don't know if you knew this, Chad. I didn't know this, but there are 8 in their Deep Woods series. Huh. Death Star. They have a Cafe Death Star. They have the Death by Cherries Imperial Stouts.
Ooh, Death by Cherries.
What is that? Imperial aged Imperial Oatmeal Stout. Oh God!
Oh man,
I missed on that one. The VSOD, another barrel aged oatmeal stout. So this is Death Tar, specially selected Death Tar Imperial Oatmeal Stout. Each aged a full 2 years in a showcase of barrel character. Very, very special old Death. Oh, Chad. Oh,
What?
This is a special version of Death Tar.
Oh, like VS. Oh, this is like brandy VSO.
Oh no, we'll have to remember this. Yowzas. Double barrel VSOD.
Oh my God. What?
Full job.
Look at that ABV.
Yeah, well, you see right here, Death Star barrels are blended, then finished with fresh Woodford Reserve double oak and Whistle Pig 10-year rye barrels. Holy mother of the Lord. And
damn.
Then there is the rye barrel aged one, Straight Jacket, all hail, and then Mineshaft Gap, barley wine, cognac. Wow!
Oh,
all right. So we know what we're aiming for this year.
Next year.
Oh my gosh!
This year, yeah, whatever.
Anyway, if anybody wants to try it, too bad. If you find it though and you see it somewhere, grab it. But
hey, and if somebody wants to send us those, if you're listening and you want to send us those,
I might just drive to wherever you are and just kiss you on the lips. There might even be tongue included. So, well, cool.
Is this like the Ryan Reynolds thing? Like you'd make out with with somebody just because they had the beer?
I mean, okay, if they had all of those, oh yeah, you'd get yourself some action right there. And the Ryan Reynolds thing was between us, gosh, and my wife and your girlfriend. So, I'm done. I'm done. Are you done? I'm done.
I'm done.
All right, cool. So final say on this Fulton barrel aged worthy adversary Russian Imperials down aging cognac barrels.
I'm gonna stick with the 4. I thought it was this is right at the bottom of my exceptional category. I thought this after I got used to it, I thought it was very, very well done. Very, very good.
All right. I'm not as high on it as you are. I am staying at the 375. I'm hoping this isn't the best of the 4-pack. I actually hope there's a better one in there.
I'm really interested in that barrel-aged red ale.
Yes, maybe that'll be what we'll do next week, because
that
is picture. Gotta get my Untapped in. That is interesting to me as well. If you guys like to drink beer but you don't use Untapped, I don't know what's wrong with you. Untapped will help you keep track of everything you drink, whether you like it or not. No, this is not a commercial. They don't pay us jack shit. We just like to use the app.
Nobody pays us anything.
Nobody pays us anything. Nobody pays us. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that, and it's going to be checked in right about now.
I was trying to type Fulton and I typed Fukaton, so Fuckton.
I would assume your phone auto corrected it anyway as soon as you write FU. Yeah, that was a good one. Definitely not the worst I've had. I'm looking at you, Goose Island. Well, actually, I should Goose Island and Mobcraft. You know, Mobcraft. I still can't look at any bottle of Mobcraft and buy it right now. I'm still scarred that much.
I had that one, the one last week on.
Yeah, you like
that the bomb beer? That one was really good. But yeah, there's some weird Mobcrafts out there.
I don't know if I can do it.
I'm trying to see.
I know.
Does the bottom?
Mine's all smeared and I couldn't read it. I was looking at it before we started recording.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's
327, but it doesn't. The year is like completely smudged.
It's got to be 18.
I would think so.
I think it says 2018 327.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure I'm checking in the right one.
Yeah. And we should also say that we are we do. Well, I'm not gonna say we apologize. I don't apologize. But we know we've missed several episodes of the podcast due to Chad's moving in the schedule.
That's all my fault. This guy
moving the northern studio a little farther south. But hey, we'll get back on it. That's all I'm gonna say. We're good.
Yeah. Good to be back.
Drinking beer.
Look forward to Friday morning beer review this week. And
yes.
Next week we'll be back to the regular Monday bomb beer, Wednesday hump day. This will come out Tuesday, and we started all over again.
That's right. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for watching. And BeerdedHops.com is where you can find all the links to everything all over the social medias, as well as wherever it is you like to listen to podcasts. You can find all the links. BeerdedHops.com.
BeerdedHops.com/find us.
You don't have to do the /find us anymore.
BeerdedHops.com.
BeerdedHops.com. All right. We did it, Chad. Oops, we did it again.
Ooh, a little bit of Britney.
You like that reference, don't you?
I do like me some Brittany.
Hard. Old. Wow. Younger Brittany.
Early
Brittany.
Early Brittany for sure.
Not illegal Brittany.
Not the shaved head Brittany. But my favorite Brittany's sitting in the next room.
Good save. Yeah, shaved head Brittany, like crazy ass Brittany. That phase I could totally do without, but
yeah.
Why the fuck did we get on that tangent? We're talking about beer, damn it. Jeez.
Because you started singing Oops, I Did It Again, dumbass.
I know. Don't call me dumbass bitch tits. All right. Thanks for watching, kids.
Thanks, everybody.